think if you got to the dating stage, you're generally good. I'm not sure exactly how the relationships work, but the devs have made comments similar to that effect. Yeah, I feel like I'm probably fine, but I feel like my relationship with Dustin is stronger, is all I'm saying. I feel like with Dustin, it's 100%. Dustin is maybe easy to please, though. And then Kanika is behind. But I wouldn't put it past these devs to have some kind of breakup occur if you consistently choose things that your partner doesn't like. Like, if, I don't know, maybe it doesn't work for every character, because I think there are some characters you can't romance as of episode 4, and so I don't know if there are more options open by episode 5, but I think Kanika is a reasonable person, and so even though she doesn't like Tabitha, she understands why I tried to include Tabitha. She understands that Tabitha is my cousin, and I just want to get along with her because we're family, and maybe now that I've seen that Tabitha is a bit of a threat to me, that, you know, I'll be like, I'm sorry, Kanika, you were right. And she'll be like, I was right. But come here, and she'll give me a hug, and it'll be, you know, sweet times. You know, we'll be able to put it behind us. That kind of thing. Anyway, so I'll try Stella first. I want to leave Wayne for last, I think. I'll try Stella. You can trust Stella. She knows Tabitha better than anybody. Run to Stella, go to her house. You make your way over to Stella's house, desperately praying that she'll be home. She's been in this with you practically since the moment you arrived in town. She'll know what to do. She has to know what to do. I've seen a playthrough where someone tried to romance Stella but didn't quite get to the dating stage, so she ended up going back to Tabitha, which was interesting. Yeah, I know you can get Stella and Tabitha to get together. I don't know how. I have absolutely fumbled my relationship with Stella. Because, yeah, after she disappears, she did not get in touch with me, which is something I found out she can do. She can send you a text to be like, hey, I'm not doing okay. She didn't do that for me, and then I was able to find her because of Gretchen, because Gretchen is still alive, and so I had Gretchen help me find her. But when I did, Stella didn't open up to me really about what was going on. I feel like I understand a little bit more about what's going on because I've like seen theories and I've seen other people talk about what happens. You make your way over to Stella's house, desperately praying she'll be home. But you hear neither the shuffling of human footsteps nor the excitement of an eager geriatric hug. You wait for what feels like an eternity for an answer that never comes. Wherever Stella is, she isn't here. Okay. Where could you possibly turn to next? Fuck! Okay. I just didn't have a good enough relationship with her, I guess. I don't know. Maybe... I don't know what's going on there. Shit. Okay. Whoa. Not a good sign. Not a good sign. Anyway, I'm gonna reload and I'm gonna check in with Oscar next. You can trust Oscar, he owes me. Go to the library. You make your way to the Scarlet Hollow library, hoping that Oscar can be the answer to your problems. Scraps! Yo! We're meeting Scraps! I don't know what you expect me to do about this, Jimmy. I can't exactly talk to the human, can I? Yes, you can. Yes, you can, Scraps! And here I thought you were interested in helping the dogs of this town. Or does that only apply to the select few you deem worthy of help? There are much bigger problems around here than whether or not your office is locked. Don't you have a house to go back to anyway? What do you need that room for? The office is where I do my important Mariel duties, and it's where the Mariel bed is stored, which happens to be my favorite. So I was upset to find it entirely inaccessible. That large bearded man has one job in this town. It's to open my office at 8 a.m. sharp every weekday morning. Jimmy, go home to your human, all right? It's dangerous to be wandering around on your own out here, but I can't be your personal bodyguard. You already got one of those. Scraps turns and leaves, his claws clicking across the pavement. No, Scraps! I wanted to talk to you! No wonder they elected me. It's like he doesn't even care about what makes a mayor a mayor. Mayor Jimmy wanders off, undoubtedly settling in on an inferior bed elsewhere in the library. Gonna sit all over the place, make the whole library stink like dog. People should make Cat the mayor. Do way better job, less stinky. Are we allowed to let dogs wander around the library? I mean, the mayor is here a lot, and Dad seems to like the publicity, so probably. And I'm definitely not gonna ask him, not with the way he's being right now. What way is he being right now? Comet, do you think you could, go check on Mr. Gutierrez? We think he's been down there since yesterday. Down where? In the hole. The one under my room. Why? What? He yelled at us when we tried to go down there, so we stayed over at my place. But my parents are kind of sick of sleepovers and said Rosalina has to go back to her house. But then Mr. Gutierrez is still under her room, and I don't think he wants us around, and he's talking to himself. Yeah, he's kind of scaring us. So maybe you can go talk to him for us? Okay. What stuff is he been talking about? I don't know, a lot of stuff about the rock we found down there. Have you seen this old movie, the Amityville Horror? He sounds like the guy in that who tried to kill his whole family. What? Not that that's gonna happen or anything. It better fucking not. It better fucking not. I sacrifice so much to make things right here. Don't tell me it's not right. Especially not if you talk to him. Yeah, I'll go check on him for sure. Thank you, thank you. I hope he listens to you and doesn't just yell. You head into the library's annex and cross into Oscar's house. Rosalina's room is exactly as it was on Wednesday night, the very moment Stella opened the trap door. The carpet is pulled back, the hatch leading to the basement standing wide open. It sends an uncomfortable shiver down your spine, remembering the way it felt to see it in the twisted mind of a dead man. But that dead man is gone. You know he is. And now the only occupant of the dirt hole beneath Rosalina's room is Oscar, his muttered voice rising up from the open hatch. Hello? Oh, hey! Is that Comet? You'll have to come down. I can't hear you from up here. Alright. Okay. You descend into the basement to find Oscar crouching on the dirt amid a pile of muddied paper. There are markings scrawled on their off-white surfaces, words, symbols, all forming odd patterns. Comet! Just who I was hoping to see. You would not believe the discoveries I've made. Or maybe you would, given everything you've witnessed this week, but it doesn't matter, because I finally have someone I can share this with. I was not expecting this. I was expecting, like, I'm gonna be so honest, I was expecting to come over and be like, you owe me because I did all this stuff for you. And he goes, no, I'm getting out of town. It's not safe here for me and my daughter. Like, I was expecting him packing up and, you know, trying to I don't know. He doesn't want to leave the library after all the work we did, but, you know, he's trying to settle, he's trying to move on from what happened. That's what I thought would be going on with Oscar, but this is, something else. Because let me tell you, Rosalina was not ready to hear about everything I learned. Don't get me wrong, I get it, she's just a kid, and she's had a miserable week. But you, Comet, you're an adult. Your brain is fully formed. Yeah... No, I see that look in your eyes. Before you say anything, let me just catch you up to speed. The town is alive. Well, maybe alive isn't quite the right word. Do you know about the Portuguese man o' war? Colloquially, we refer to it as a single organism, but it's actually a colony of different organisms working together as one unit. Genetically, they're all the same. But I'm rambling. Scarlet Hollow is like that, but the different organisms are these stone carvings. Like the one right here. I think he is onto something, right? But why is he so manic about it? I don't know, maybe this is how I look to other people though, to be honest. Maybe this is how I look to, like, Winnie and stuff. Maybe this is how the fandom looks. The individual members of the colony are waking up now, and I've been talking to one of them for hours. It's proving to be an invaluable research assistant. What? Great, so you've gone insane. Rosalina said you yelled at her. Did I? Oh, she misunderstood. The connection I formed with the carving, it's almost psychedelic, and much like... I don't know what that is. Or LSD. There are profound truths it has to offer that an expanded mind naturally and rightly intuits are correct. But these things can also be extremely dangerous even to a fully formed and guarded mind. They're not for children. I tried at first to explain it to her, but it only seemed to make her upset. So naturally, when the girls tried to come back down here, I had to warn them away. Neither of them are prepared for this sort of thing. I don't know if you're prepared for it, man. Hold on. You spoke to her, but isn't it night? No, I suppose it's not. That's sunlight coming from the hatch, isn't it? Then I've been down here for nearly a day, and Rosalina has been up there on her own. No, that's alright. She's quite independent. And I'm doing this for her, of course, and everyone else in town. None of them will have futures unless we fix what's wrong with this town. And I'm starting to understand now. It's the carving. It needs help. It must be cut free. You can imagine these stone carvings as nodes on a web or organs in a body. I'm mixing my metaphors, but the important part is that there's connective tissue binding all of them, and that web is Scarlet Hollow. We're all trapped in that web. Like literally? Yes and no. How do I explain? Essentially, every person in Scarlet Hollow is bound to the town. People can try to leave, but the binding is elastic, you could say. And the more they pull away, the harder it snaps them back. And it's only gotten worse now that the Hollow is starting to wake up. If this is true, then how did my mom manage to leave? I don't know. Maybe she figured out a way to unwind herself from the web, or stretch it out as thin as she could. Perhaps knowing about the nature of Scarlet Hollow is enough to resist its pull, even if that resistance takes a terrible toll on a person. Though, it's possible that knowing only meant she could force herself to stay away for as long as she could, despite the consequences. From what I heard, there were consequences. Berlin could have embellished how hard it was for her out there, but the cancer, that was a fact, wasn't it? And she didn't leave forever, anyway. The town got part of her back. You mean me? You... Yeah. Okay. Cool. When you say all of us are caught in it, I mean anyone who passes through the town. But there's a cumulative effect. The longer you stay, the deeper your ties, and the more tangled up you get. Okay, here's a theory. Sir Avery, right? Yep. Yeah, they, them, Avery. Yeah, non-binary pal Avery. What if excluding them is actually a good thing, right? If excluding them from the haunt and telling them about what happened in episode 2, telling them about what happened last night, maybe it's a good thing because then they don't get tangled up and they are able to escape whatever happens in the end, right? So maybe it's actually bad that I've been trying to befriend them and stuff. But then they're cool with being, having eggs laid in them and stuff, so I don't know. Maybe they're not, maybe they're not fussed about it, but yeah. I wonder. I feel like they were complaining to us about how, like, oh yeah, I wanna make friends, but it's kind of hard to get people to open up. But it's like, maybe it's their guardian angel pushing people away. Maybe it's like a good thing. If you drift into town to work at the mines for a few months before heading back out, you might just be left with a spell of bad luck. Maybe a tug at the back of your mind telling you to go back, that things were better here. I certainly felt that tug. Years and years of it. I always thought it meant I was weak, that I wasn't cut out for life outside the Hollow. I can't tell you how good it feels to finally know that it wasn't my fault. There's a simple explanation. I could never truly leave. It wasn't my fault. From your enthusiasm, I take it you have some sort of plan? I do, actually. Okay, lay it on me. Dad? Rosalina and Alexis leaned down from the hatch, silhouetted in the sunlight pouring through the bedroom windows. Rosalina, sweetheart, I'm in the middle of something at the moment. You've been down there forever. Alexis is hungry. I'm hungry. You've got to be hungry too. Can't you just come upstairs for food? Oscar sighs, rubbing the bridge of his nose. His glasses have left deep marks in his skin, irritating and red. Right. The time. I'll be up in a second. You said that. I promise this time. Comet is just about to leave, and then I'll come up. I'm up now! The pizza rolls are already on the counter. They're going to defrost if they're out much longer. And I don't know how to work your oven. You hear the girls' footsteps above you as they walk towards the kitchen, talking amongst themselves. The connection is weaker now anyway. Maybe the stone wants me to take a break too. Comet, before I forget. He reaches for one of the books on the floor, casually ripping a page free and holding it out to you. It's a map of Scarlet Hollow. There's another one on Julius Tremaine's farm. It's already starting to wake up. Go there, do what you've done with the others, and hopefully I'll have more for you when you're back. I'll refuel. Make sure the girls are squared away. Then it's back to work, if the carving still wants to talk.